10 minutes till showtime. Showtime in 5 minutes. 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 One minute. We'll start in 1 minute.
5 minutes.
One minute. We'll start in 1 minute.
5 minutes.
One minute. We'll start in 1 minute.
5 minutes.
One minute. We'll start in 1 minute. The beautiful campus of Grand Rapids Community College in Grand Rapids, Michigan, we welcome you to the 103rd Commencement Ceremony. I'm your host, Dennis Sutton, Language and Thought Faculty Member at GRCC. Today, we are celebrating the GRCC graduates with a special virtual commencement. Let's begin the ceremony with a look at our graduates as they drove onto campus to receive their ceremonial memorabilia. I'm your host, Dennis Sutton, Language and Thought Faculty Member at GRCC. Today, we are celebrating the GRCC graduates with a special virtual commencement. Let's begin the ceremony with a look at our graduates as they drove onto campus to receive their ceremonial memorabilia. I'm your host, Dennis Sutton, Language and Thought Faculty Member at GRCC. Today, we are celebrating the GRCC graduates with a special virtual commencement. Let's begin the ceremony with a look at our graduates as they drove onto campus to receive their ceremonial memorabilia. I'm your host, Dennis Sutton, Language and Thought Faculty Member at GRCC. Today, we are celebrating the GRCC graduates welcome the president of Grand Rapids Community College, Dr. Bill Pink.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020 Grand Rapids Community College Commencement, our institution's 103rd ceremony celebrating the accomplishments of our graduates. This academic year, over 1,500 students will have received a certificate or a degree that encompasses programs of study from psychology to automotive technology. Now, at this point, would you please, if you're able, to stand for the singing of our national anthem performed by Sarah Wright Stevens, one of our music program alumni. 1,500 students will have received a certificate or a degree that encompasses programs of study from psychology to automotive technology. Now, at this point, would you please, if you're able, to stand for the singing of our national anthem performed by Sarah Wright Stevens, one of our music program alumni. 1,500 students will have received a certificate or a degree that encompasses programs of study from psychology to automotive technology. Now, at this point, would you please, if you're able, to stand for the singing of our national anthem performed by Sarah Wright Stevens, one of our music program alumni. A certificate or degree that encompasses programs of study from psychology to automotive technology. At this point, would you please stand for the singing of our national anthem performed by families and friends of our graduates. I know many of them are sitting there with you right now. Thank you for your support that you've given, and I'm sure that our graduates agree that they would not have made it to this day without you. So thank you. Now it's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Brian Knettel, our provost, to the podium to recognize our Faculty Emeritus Award recipient. Dr. Knettel.
Thank you, Dr. Pink. Good afternoon. Professor Dwayne Davis served as a faculty member in the music department for 26 years, working with students in the classroom and serving as GRCC's Director of Choral and Vocal Activities. Under his tenure, the Shades of Blue Vocal Ensemble received national and international attention, and the college choir performed at the prestigious Carnegie Hall. Professor Davis also taught at Northeast Middle and Creston High Schools in Grand Rapids, as well as Western, Michigan, and Eastern Indiana universities, sharing his passion for music and teaching with the community. He was music director for the Circle Theater and Actors Theater and served as chorus master for Opera Grand Rapids for 31 years. Known nationally as a vocal jazz educator, conductor, and arranger, Davis spends his retirement teaching clinics, conducting at Carnegie Hall and other venues, and directing honors choirs throughout the United States. It is my great pleasure to bestow the 2020 Faculty Emeritus Award to Professor Dwayne Davis. Please join me in watching this tribute.
Dwayne Davis was the primary reason that I came to Grand Rapids Community College. I heard that this position was available, so I applied for the job because I said, I want to work with Dwayne Davis. I think Dwayne Davis is one of the finest musicians I've ever met. He is an innate music educator, but he's also an amazing people person. He knows how to approach people and get things out of them that they had no idea they could do.
He was just a dynamo, just proficient and just the best motivator, you know? I don't think you can be around this person without being inspired. You know, he's just so brilliant and open and honest.
I talk about people having yes about them. I said, right now your face is saying no. I don't want to do it, I don't feel like doing it. I said, do you know if you could find how to say yes, it'll open doors for you?
Students are always driven to perform for him for some untouchable reason. He had them rise to levels that they never thought they could achieve.
That's the thing that binds you to a person like that, you know? Like, you could be doing anything, but you're actually here with us doing this. in Grand Rapids, and you could be anywhere doing anything.
I thank these fabulous students because these students are who I was 44 years ago. And that's why I love this institution. These students are full of talent, full of hope, full of desire, and the faculty is so dedicated to nurturing that.
A big congratulations to Mr. Dwayne Davis. I'm hopeful that you're watching this afternoon. New to Grand Rapids in 1986, Dr. Nkechi Eze found herself at what was then Grand Rapids Junior College's library, where a brochure for the Child Development Program caught her eye. Because of that one brochure, Dr. Eze decided to enroll in classes at GRCC and ended up earning a degree in child development in 1988. From there, she went on to complete her bachelor's and master's degrees at Grand Valley State University, and then earned her doctorate in child and youth studies with a specialization in curriculum development and systemic change from Nova Southeastern University in Florida. She was also named a fellow with the W.K. Kellogg Foundation and then became the founder and CEO of the award-winning Early Learning Neighborhood Collaborative right here in Grand Rapids. Now, as an international scholar, Dr. Eze is currently a tenured associate professor of education and the director of the Early Childhood Education Program at Aquinas College, just down the street from where we are right now. Dr. Eze's higher education pathway started right here at Grand Rapids Community College, or Grand Rapids Junior College. It is now my pleasure to bestow the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award to Dr. Nkechi Eze. Please join me in watching this video tribute to her.
Giving a voice to young children and families are so important. Ever since I was growing up, I saw my dad lift children up. So children are really the future. And I don't mean to be in a cliche way, but they can tell us what our society will look like by just looking at them. When I came to US from Nigeria, very young, just living with my husband, I dabbled on a brochure that said child development. So I enrolled at Grand Rapids Community College and began my educational journey that has really challenged me and stretched me beyond what is possible. I knew who I was when I came here, but the textbook did not have any child that looked like me. So I tried all the child development theories on my children, and they have to keep doing it until they get it right, because I needed to walk into school tomorrow holding my head high, being proud, because I knew who I was. My life is now dedicated to advocating for children. Advocacy is very important for me. Advocating for young children is almost exactly giving a voice. It's not just I was born here, I was born into a poor family, but what are the decisions that we adults are making that continue to perpetuate the problem that our kids are facing? Grand Rapids Community College planted the seed when you pour into a child. It was my formidable years here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and they helped me accomplish that. I feel that I have come full circle to Grand Rapids Community College. I renew my commitment to never stop making myself, my family, my parents, and all that have supported me, and especially GRCC, proud. Thank you so much.
Dr. Eze, I hope you are watching, because you need to know that you have indeed made this institution very proud as our 2020 Distinguished Alum. To all of our graduates, please know what you just saw in that video with Dr. Eze in being named a Distinguished Alum. I hope one day we're able to recognize you in the same way for the great things that you will do as you pass through these doors and as you go on to what your next is. Our distinguished Board of Trustees would like to share in today's event, so please join me in watching this video.
I'm delighted to say congratulations to the class of 2020 on completion of this important chapter of your life. We as a college are honored to be part of that chapter. And as you move on from here, we look so forward to seeing how you are going to serve the communities in which you live. Once again, congratulations.
Hello, graduates. This is your day. It's a pleasure to be part of this graduation ceremony. You showed resilience to adapt to the new learning procedure from classroom instruction to online learning. You showed stamina to stay with your classes and finish all of your requirements. Both attributes are assets which brought you to this point and will continue to guide your success. Congratulations to the class of 2020. May the Almighty walk before you to enlighten your path, walk beside you to be your companion, and walk behind you to offer safety all your days. Peace to you, and we love you.
Although this is not a traditional graduation, the fact that we are not together in person does not take away from your significant accomplishments. It is an honor to serve as one of your trustees, and congratulations to each and every one of you for leaving your mark on GRCC. Virtual high five. Go Raiders.
Hello, 2020 graduates. You did it, and you did it during a pandemic. You've shown true resilience. No one can take this hard work or accomplishment away from you. I'm glad to finally get to celebrate you, and I'm grateful to your friends and family who helped you get to this moment. I can't wait to see what you do next to add to the vibrancy of our world. Your work, your next steps in education, your involvement in your community. I wish you health and happiness. Please stay in touch with us. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Times of great change bring immense opportunity, and this is your time. Be bold, be brave, and go forth and create the change you want to see. We look forward to seeing what you accomplish. Congratulations.
Congratulations on completing your studies off campus. It took an extra measure of patience, perseverance, focus, and especially adaptability to achieve what you have. You're inspiring and a role model to others. Congratulations.
Congrats to the class of 2020. You did it. What an incredible, incredible moment, and just a testament of your resilience and your hard work. Just know that this is not the end, just the start of the next phase of your life. Maya Angelou said that you may not control all of the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. It's an honor to be here to celebrate with you. Congratulations and best wishes as you go out and conquer the world.
A big thank you to our Board of Trustees. Well, we all know that throughout all this, the word adversity, how adverse these conditions have been. The big thing that I think about adversity, when I think about how adversity can come at all of us, I don't know as big of a thing of what that is, but I think it matters how we react. When we are in adverse, challenging conditions. For example, if you hadn't noticed, what we've been going through these last 4 to 5 months has definitely been adversity. Has definitely been something different than what we would normally have, and as a matter of fact, would probably not be something that we would prefer to be in right now. But here we are. And as many of you have so persevered through this adversity, what I wanted to mention to you this afternoon is that the thing that you have chosen to do, because coming out of when you're challenged with adversity, you're really challenged with one of two things. How do you react? Do you become paralyzed? Because that's what I call it, paralysis. Sometimes adversity can truly paralyze you, where you're not sure what to do, so you don't do anything at all. You get into what we've been in these last several months, and you can either choose to be paralyzed. Oh no, how do I get past this class? Oh no, what's going on with my job? All these things can truly paralyze you. And there are some people that I think have chosen paralysis. Or you can also choose to innovate, to be creative, to figure out what do I do with this and how can I now innovate and not only survive, but truly thrive. Because there's one thing about survival. Survival means you made it. Thriving means you continue to go. So do you thrive and do you survive through adversity? What I love about this celebration today, friends, is that you as graduates, you have proven that not only were you able to survive these last several months of your education, going back into March, where we had to just shut all things down. Would have been easy to have just become paralyzed through that whole thing. But no, what you did is that you decided that you would want to innovate, which means you became creative. How do I get past this? How do I still get it done? But not only did you innovate, you survived and you thrived because you finished. And being able to finish means that you indeed were that person who decided paralysis is not for me. And more than likely, the adversity that you have seen throughout these last couple of years as a student at this institution, whether that adversity be at home, in the class, wherever that was, at the job, I think in coming to this day, it truly means to me that in so many ways, you faced it and you innovated and you thrived. That's the mark of someone who has decided to become a 2020 graduate of this institution. Because you decided to thrive. I congratulate you because of that. I'm proud of you because of that. I'm proud of our faculty and our staff and our administration at this institution who took back in March and decided we're not going to allow a pandemic to paralyze us. As an institution, we're going to choose to thrive. And that's exactly what this institution did. Make no mistake about it. And you as a graduate, you proved that you too were right alongside this institution. You finished. You finished. Congratulations. We're very proud of you. You're tired of hearing me. Let's talk about what we really came here for. It's time now to award the diplomas, the point that you've been anticipating. This is also the moment that the graduating class of 2020 will join hundreds of thousands of other graduates who are proud GRCC and GRJC alumni. On behalf of your Grand Rapids Community College community and your family and friends, I want to wish you the best as you take these next steps, whether those next steps be into a career that this institution has prepared you for, or continuing your studies as this institution has prepared you for, or in many ways, if you're going to do both, please know that we're proud to call you alumni. Now it's time for each of you to shine as you and your family and friends hear your name announced as a GRCC college graduate. Presenting the candidates for confirmation are Provost Brian Keynote, Dean Amy Mansfield, and Dean Mike Vargo. But before we begin, I'd like to call your attention to our students who have earned special cords, medallions, and ribbons. Refer to your commencement program for more details on those who have won these awards.
We will now present the candidates who will graduate with an Associate of Arts, Associate of Fine Arts, Associate of Music, Associate of Science, Associate of General Studies, and certificates. Dr. Michael Vargo, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, will present these candidates this afternoon.
Thank you, Dr. Keynote, and hello, everyone. On behalf of an exceptionally pleased and proud School of Arts and Sciences, we would like to offer you our heartfelt congratulations. This is a very big day, and I hope you're just terrifically proud of yourselves. And now let's read the names of some graduates. Meredith Achtenberg, Yeshi A. Adana, Lupe Alcantara, Citlali Almanza Garcia, Emily Jo Baker, Samantha Avanlea Baker, Gustavo Barash, Madison Elise Barrix, Kimberly Basulto, Ian Belgraf, Deanna Marie Burgers, Elizabeth Barraquin, Caitlin Joyce Bilkowski, Austin Scott Bollinger, Leslie Boss, Brianna Bauer, Ashley Nicole Bauma, Shanice Yanetta Bowen, Kilaja Monet Brown, Jonathan Bugara, Natalie Boltman, Guadalupe Camarena, Emily Sue Casares, Bonnie Yasmin Casares Surratt, Max Saiz Semoy, Alexis Cheney, Angel Christman, Taya Ann Cisco, Dane Conley, Renee Lynn Cooper, Nolan Marcus Corin, Kamala Ray Crevier, Catherine Louise DeCluche, Tomas Daniela, Alicia Davis, Marissa Marie Deerdorf, Trista Samantha Dearth, Abigail Elizabeth Opal DeVries, Sarah DeWent, Connie Jo Dock, Hannah Marguerite Dominguez, Nina Duong, Brianna Durr, Austin Maxwell Edger, Matthew Thomas Ermatinger, Glenn Dennis Falk, Kayla Fisher, Jacob Robert Foster, Emma Lynn Frigmansky. Kristen Ray Frost. Sarah Marie Galloway. Betsy Giselle Garcia. Kayla Garcia. Shamina Garcia. Victoria Rose Gaskell. Edward Michael Gillespie. Bianca Goddard. Julie Gonzalez Bedolla. Brandon Dale Goodike. Seth William Gressley. Ashley Lee Grove. Caitlin Grove. Ramon Antonio Guerrero. Billy J. Hadwin. Jade Nicole Henderson. Grace Ann Hendrian. Benjamin Ray Hendricks. Tiara Nicole Hendricks. Gredis Hernandez Zelaya. James Sidney Horrell. Nicole Ann Horton. Daniel Huerta Galindo. Myra Hurtado. Enrique Ibarra Hernandez. Dua Jadini. Amare Job. Emma Grace Johnson. Danny Johnston. Nikayla Jones. Caitlin A. Carl. Jenny Victoria Kirkstra. Thomas Edward King III. Elizabeth Alexis Kinney. Anna K. Kirk. Julia Mosieva Koning. Brooke Elaine Koster. Morgan Renee Koster Newkirk. Kira Lee Krieger. Alicia Nicole Land. Gabriela Rosa Lantinga. Megan Christine Lawson. Nicholas Andrew Limegruber. Mary Lenartz. Melanie Christine Laquia. Prakash Brakas Lingden. Eric Lacusa. Taika Mikado Delgado. Ian Aiden Mahdi. Ian Alexander Mars. Lydia Ann Mars. Jared Monka. Hunter Markowitz. Jiley Celia Marshall. Yesenia Martinez. Anna Rosa Martinez Gonzalez. Madison Leandra Matthews. Makia Monet Matthews Young. Lauren Elizabeth McAuliffe. Heidi McCarrick. Anthony McCarty. Taylor Lee McCracken. Alicia Lynn McDonald. Makisha McIntosh. Nathaniel McClellan. Ignacio Medina. Dakota Scott Miller. Yenny Miranda Hernandez. Cody Lon Mitchell. Courtney Mitchell. Sarah Catherine Modrell. Raven Kaylee Mondi. Rebecca Mubayi. Stephen Na. Shah Nasiri. That An Win. Vi Than Win. Sean Nickens. Jacob Natal. Daniel Ocampo. Peter Osita. Emma Ray Pacholski. Christopher Pelazzolo. Logan Nicole Patterson. Mateo Pejakovic. Alexis Purdock. Olivia Perry. Linda Pham. LaShonda Phillips. Lam Tu Hung. Stephanie Marie Pickett. Courtney Ann Pienta. Josh Matthew Ramirez. Jameli Reyes. Alyssa Denise Reynolds. Amber Rice. Victoria Rios. Diego Robinson. Rosie Rodas Rodriguez. Mary Elizabeth Rojas. Nicole Elizabeth Rollo. Andrea Victoria Rubio. Emily Ann Salerno. Kimberly Tanika Saunders. James Allen Schrader. Gabe Taggart Secord. Kaylin Marie Shears. Nathaniel Shellhouse. Kaylee Ann Sheridan. Samuel Sheridan. Shaheem Osarius Segars. Rachel J. Simmons. Genevieve Marie Slater. Mariah Grace Smith. Andrea Snow. Eduardo Sosa Gonzalez. Aislinn Spamman. Kimmy Seacoat. Brianna Mackenzie Stechebar. Madeline Strodbeck. Anna Marie Swanson. Michael Balai Tafari. Alexandra Lindsay Thompson. Jordan Lynn Tiffany. Madeline R. Titus. Jessica Tolliver Johnson. Naya Tomasetti. Hope Tomschek. Karen Tran. Win Tran. Jessica Marie Trusty. Duke Turley Jr. Brooks Twist. Alice Uwing Abiri. Alicia Corinne Valdez. Trevor Van Horn Andreas. Catherine L. Van Malsen. Brittany Joy Van Manen. Angelica Vargas Blanco. Nancy Velasquez. Griseli Altargacia Veras. Jack Verhill. Mackenzie Marie Wallace. Riley Elizabeth Walsh. Brooke Michaela Weeks. Jamie Wellett. Jasmine Wellett. Brittany Cheyenne White. Joe Ray Wildy. Victoria Michelle Williams. Willa Marie Williams. Kara Roberta Williams. Rudflor Joseph Winkles. Hannah Christine Zawacki. Amanda Zarilli.
We will now present the candidates who will graduate with an Associate of Applied Arts and Sciences, Associate of Business, Associate of Nursing, and certificates. Dr. Amy Mansfield, Dean of the School of Workforce Development, will present these candidates this afternoon.
Thank you, Provost Knettel. And again, as Dr. Vargo said, we extend our congratulations to all of our graduates at this moment. Megan Diane Atkins. Ashley Alcantar Guzman. Jennifer K. Averill. Michelle Suzanne Aury. Alexandra Jasmine Barton. Kimberly Ann Bittenbender. Cassandra Blitshock. Ariel Grace Bossman. Thomas Brown. Tao Al Bowie. Lindsay K. Boltzma. Tori Lynn Burke. Holly K. Burton. Rachel Carpenter. Paula Leticia Castillo Urbina. Jelimo Kalinlim. Madison Claire Childs. Denari Belmaris Silvestres. Roger Bruce Clark. Rufus Demon Rayon Clark. Nathan John Cody. Dana Renee Cooper. Erica Lynn Crater, Dana Curry, Bex Davis, Casey Deckinga, Madeline Joy DeKreiger, Tyson Lee DeWald, Madeline Rose DeWeird, Sean D. DeWent, Corinna Downing, Brittany Dudek, Gloria Dunbar, Madeline Elaine Duquette, Michaela Marie Ederer, Nathan Andrew Edwards, Michaela Eschbeck, Jonathan David Etheridge, Anne Marie Fife, Christine Jean Fogler, Nick J. Folan, Brooke Nicole Fouché, Nathan Andrew Gaffney, Logan Gahan, Nugana Shabeka Gathan, Mary Margaret Goldell, Luis Gomez Frances, James Thomas Grady, Sydney Ray Grinzinger, Jesusita Guadalupe Guerrero, Bailey James Hamblin, Aaron Raylan Hartel, Amadou Kachachia Hasina, Tyrone Hawkins, Takia Lachey Haywood, Nicole Ray Hemeke, Yeslin Hernandez, Daniel Herwire, Stephanie Jeanette Hewson, Chloe Amanda Hybor, Danielle Nicole Hybor, Gary David Hill, Nicole Lynn Hookwater, Janita Holman, Leslie Harina, Hannah Christine Host, Adam Michael Howe, Loila Huzik, Abdul Rasik Isaac. Quentin James. Stephanie Jimmy. Marissa Joy Johnson. Providence Kenyambo. Austin Miles Kennedy. Kelsey Kander. Anna Christine Klosterman. Shelby L. Klosterman. Hannah Joy Koch. Barbara Kankola McDonald. Richard Allen Cruiser. Corey Kulak. Roseanne Lake. Allison Renee Lalo. Chris Lewis. Dayan Marquise Lewis. Tara K. Long. Angelica Lopez. Dolores Lopez Cruz. Nicole May Mackiel. Ashland Faye Makey. Emma Manders. Ashley Brooke Marietta. Luis Gustavo Martinez. Nohemi Mata. Esther Maui. Giovanni Mendoza Geronimo. Jesse Aaron Milling. Fadumo Muhammad. Sean Moore. Jessica Morgan. Dan Moorer. Donna May Moorer. Eduardo Murgo. Zaire Muse. Maritza Naholi Navarro. Brittany Nicole Newhouse. Phi Van Nguyen. Jason Ocampo. Jessica Orange. Alina Lucia Pascal. Isabella Elizabeth Patterson. Nicole Ashley Pepper. Jose Perez. Caitlin Ann Petter. Clara Phillips. Joshua Lee Post, Kelly Whitney Pratt, Devin Ann Price, Marco Antonio Ramirez, Monier Alyssa Ramirez, Pooja Ranganath, Zachary William Morgan Robinson, Adrian Rodriguez, Kyle Rendo, Avery Isaiah Roper, Devin Andrew Rose, Jacob Aaron Rookma, Maddie J. Rosignol, Jean-Pierre Rubabai, Daria Samso, Emily Alexandra Sanchez, Nelia Sanchez, Josh Sanford, Ryan J. Scott, Charity A. Shantz, Mariah Lynn Schmidt, Randy Lee Schneiders, Amelia Carey Scott, Madeline Marie Sieber, Christopher Adam Seeley, Sabrina A. Sheriff, Samantha K. Schellenbarger, Jamie Lynn Shoup, Tracy Lynn Sievert, Carly Ann Sycama, Robert R. Smith, Taylor Marie Smith, Anna Elizabeth Sorge, Marla Rachel Soto, Beth Jean Straight, Trinity Sunderland, Michelle Elizabeth Zymanski, Gabrielle Tarrant, Ismelda Teo Redes, Allison Terhar, Lachelle K. Thomas, Jordan Thompson, Nikki Kaylee Tone, Brianna Tolson, Miaiza Giselle Tran, Nguyen Min Tran, Kelsey Christine Traylor. Jessica Ann Tudor. Stacy Marie Valdez Muhammad. Colleen Van Dalen. Dan L. Vandenbosch. Mitchell Lee Vandenberg. Ariana Marie Vanderlaan. Sarah Lynn Vanderlaan. Caitlin Alexandra Vanderwoody. Taylin Nicole Van Dyke. Timothy Lee Vanatter. Abby Ruth Versluis. Apaponi Kamsana von Sippersum. Derek Waldron. Kimberly Ann Watson. Lily Esther Winsel. Paris Jasmine Williams. Anna Lee Whitty. Dominique Michael Zamora. Ruth Vanthel Zing. Provost Knettel, this concludes the reading of the graduate names.
Thank you, Dr. Mansfield. Thank you, Dr. Vargo. President Pink, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Grand Rapids Community College, I am honored and privileged to present the candidates for Associate of Arts, Associate of Arts, Applied Arts and Sciences, Associate of Business, Associate of Fine Arts, Associate of General Studies, Associate of Music, Associate of Nursing, Associate of Science, and certificate programs.
Thank you, Provost Knettel. And by virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Grand Rapids Community College by the Board of Trustees and the laws of the state of Michigan, I now confer upon each of you the certificate, degree, and title as they apply to you individually, and cite you as being worthy of all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with this accomplishment. If you had done so, you may now shift your tassel from right to left. And now, I am happy to present the 2020 graduating class of Grand Rapids Community College. I will tell you, friends, that at our college, this is so unlike us because we love to celebrate. And at our college, this is a place that we, under circumstances that would be the old normal and that we hope to return to one day, we would be outside on Lyon, faculty and staff lining the street of Lyon, welcoming you to be graduates of the GRCC family. But we can't do that today. Instead, we celebrate it in this way. And I'm hopeful that you've been somehow able, with your family and friends, to enjoy this ceremony, to enjoy this occasion. A few months ago, before this pandemic hit in this way, and I think that's probably going to be a phrase we use quite a bit. But before we were all on shutdown, and when we were still here on campus, I spoke to a group of students. And the thing I said to them is the thing I leave with you today. The thing I said to that group of students is that in many ways, we are all statistics. We fit some data point, multiple data points. Some of those statistics, some of those data points that we fit are our choice. Some are not. And there are many that we could identify as data points that we may fit into. What is so good today, friends, is that you as GRCC graduates, you have decided to go into a statistic that not many other people in the state of Michigan can claim. We know that somewhere between 40, 45%, something like that, in the state of Michigan can say they have a post-secondary credential, a certificate, a degree, a college degree, whether that be a certificate in welding or whether that be a PhD in astrophysics, and everything in between. What's interesting are those statistics that we decide to be a part of. And that's what you've done. You decided to be a part of a most interesting statistic. What is that statistic? College graduate. You're a college graduate. And in my mind, even bigger to me, is that you are a GRCC graduate. The thing I encourage you to do is not be shy about letting people know that you are one of ours. You are a GRCC Raider. You are part of this GRCC family. You are a graduate. Let others know proudly that you are a part of this family in a way that as you go into West Michigan, you will find so many people throughout West Michigan will tell you, oh yeah, I went to GRCC. Yeah, I went to GRJC. You're one of those now. Be proud of that. Tell everybody that you're a graduate of this institution. Tell those about what you were able to accomplish, because the thing about education is that no one can take away your education. Nobody takes that away from you. That's yours. The big question that you have now as being a part of this statistic, the big question, what's next? What's the next statistic that you will aspire to, that you will set a goal for? What is your next? I look forward to hearing about the next that so many of you will accomplish. We're proud to say that you are GRCC graduates. Congratulations on this most important milestone. We're so proud to call you a part of the GRCC family, and we're proud to call you a GRCC alumni. God bless you.
Congratulations, graduates. Now the GRCC Concert Choir will perform our alma mater, a performance recorded in advance, and including images from many of you participating in student activities this past year. Thank you for joining us today, and again, congratulations to the GRCC class of 2020.